Barack Obama's story is one of hope and inspiration. It's a journey that, reminds us that even amidst uncertainty, our dreams can take flight. His journey began in the beautiful islands of Hawaii, a place where the Pacific's warm breeze carries whispers of possibility. Born in Honolulu, Barack's story is far from ordinary. His early years were marked by the beauty of his surroundings and the love of his family. From a young age, Barack's life was touched by a unique blend of cultures and experiences. This fusion of influences would go on to shape his worldview and ignite within him a passion for understanding and connecting with people from all walks of life. His story reminds us that our beginnings don't define our destiny. Instead, they plant the seeds of possibility, waiting to be nurtured by the choices we make and the paths we choose to follow. Barack's story is, honestly, a testament to the power of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the potential for a brighter tomorrow. Barack Obama's family background is a rich tapestry woven with threads from different continents and cultures. His mother, Ann Dunham, a strong and independent woman from Kansas, instilled in him the values of empathy and compassion. His father, Barack Obama Sr., a brilliant economist from Kenya, passed on his intellectual curiosity and drive to make a difference in the world. Their paths crossed in the vibrant academic setting of the University of Hawaii, where they fell in love and started a family. However, their time together was cut short, and Barack's parents separated when he was just 2 years old. This separation left a void in young Barack's life, a yearning to understand his roots and the complex dynamics of his family history. Despite the challenges of growing up in a single-parent household, Barack's mother provided him with unwavering love and support. She encouraged his education, nurturing his love for reading and exposing him to different cultures and perspectives. Ann's unwavering belief in her son's potential laid the foundation for his future successes. Barack Obama's childhood journey took an unexpected turn when his mother remarried and they moved to Jakarta, Indonesia. This move exposed him to a world vastly different from the familiar shores of Hawaii. Living in Indonesia for several years opened young Barack's eyes to the realities of poverty, inequality, and the challenges faced by people in developing countries. He witnessed firsthand the struggles of everyday life, from crowded streets and bustling markets, to the stark contrasts between the rich and the poor. It was during this time that the seeds of social consciousness were sown within him. He began to question injustice and develop a deep empathy for those less fortunate. Attending local Indonesian schools, Barack experienced the world through a different lens. He learned about different cultures, religions, and languages, expanding his understanding of the world's complexities. Despite the challenges of adapting to a new environment, Barack embraced the richness of Indonesian culture. This experience had a profound impact on his outlook, fostering a sense of global citizenship and a belief in the interconnectedness of humanity. The lessons learned during his formative years in Indonesia would stay with him, shaping his worldview and influencing his later decisions to work for social change. Returning to Hawaii as a teenager, Barack Obama found himself at a crossroads of identity and belonging. He grappled with the complexities of being biracial in a society grappling with its own racial tensions. He navigated the challenges of fitting in, finding his voice and understanding his place in the world. It was during this time that he attended Punahou School, a prestigious prep school in Honolulu. There he excelled academically and discovered his passion for basketball. However, he also faced moments of isolation and uncertainty as he searched for his own sense of self. Books became Barack's solace and his guide during these formative years. Through literature, he explored different perspectives, connected with the struggles of others, and began to understand the complexities of race and identity in America. He devoured the works of African American authors, finding inspiration in their stories of resilience, hope, and the pursuit of equality. Books opened his mind to new possibilities, expanded his horizons, and fueled his desire to make a difference in the world. Barack Obama's journey of self-discovery and purpose led him to Occidental College in Los Angeles. It was there that he began to find his voice as an activist, speaking out against injustice and participating in protests against apartheid in South Africa. He discovered the power of collective action and the importance of raising his voice for those who were marginalized and oppressed. Driven by a thirst for knowledge and a desire to make a tangible impact, he transferred to Columbia University in New York City. The vibrant intellectual atmosphere of Colombia further fueled his passion for social justice and ignited within him a desire to work directly with communities in need. After graduating from Columbia, Barack Obama made a life-altering decision. He moved to Chicago to work as a community organizer in the city's South Side neighborhoods. This decision was driven by his belief in the power of grassroots organizing and his commitment to empowering marginalized communities. Working in Chicago's South Side, Barack witnessed the devastating effects of poverty, unemployment, and lack of opportunity. He listened to the stories of residents, learned about their struggles, and worked tirelessly to help them improve their lives. He organized job training programs, fought for affordable housing, and empowered residents to advocate for themselves. It was in the streets and neighborhoods of Chicago that Barack Obama honed his leadership skills, developed his deep empathy for the marginalized, and discovered his passion for bringing about change from within the system. These experiences laid the foundation for his future endeavors, planting the seeds of a dream that would one day inspire a nation and captivate the world. Barack Obama's journey changed what leadership means. I don't think people realize just how much he overcame to make history. Let's dive into the story of a trailblazer who redefined possibility. Barack Obama's story starts in the Illinois State Senate in 1996, where he built a reputation for bipartisanship and sticking to his principles. Even after a tough loss in a 2000 congressional race, he didn't give up. Instead, he came back stronger, captivating the nation with his 2004 Democratic National Convention speech and earning a seat in the U.S. Senate that same year. His message of unity, charisma, and intellect caught fire. In 2008, Obama announced his run for president, promising hope and change. Against the odds, he defeated Hillary Clinton for the Democratic nomination, then John McCain in the general election. On January 20, 2009, the world watched as he became America's first African-American president, an historic moment that signaled a new era. Obama's presidency faced massive challenges: the Great Recession, wars overseas, and a divided country. He signed the Affordable Care Act, expanded Wall Street regulations, and led the mission that took out Osama bin Laden. Through praise and criticism, his calm leadership stood out. After leaving office, he and Michelle launched the Obama Foundation, wrote best-selling books, and became leading voices for democracy, climate action, and justice. Today, Obama's influence goes beyond politics. He's a symbol of hope, resilience, and what's possible when we believe in change. The name alone echoes far beyond politics. He's more than a former president. He's a living symbol of how intellect, empathy, and grit can shatter ceilings and unite millions. Growing up in a multicultural household, Obama's story was never about fitting in. It was about standing out. He taught me, and probably you too, that leadership isn't just about making big speeches or signing laws. It's about listening, about lifting others up, about believing that hope can actually win. When he said, "Yes, we can," that wasn't just a campaign slogan, it was a call to action for anyone who ever doubted their place at the table. Even after the Oval Office, Obama hasn't slowed down. He's out there breathing new life into conversations about democracy, technology, and the power of storytelling. Through Netflix deals, best-selling books, and global mentorship, his voice keeps echoing, shaping not just policies but mindsets. He's showing a new generation, my generation, that leadership is less about ego, more about impact, less about control, more about connection. And here's the best part. His legacy, it's still being written. The story of Barack Obama doesn't end with his presidency. What happens when a leader steps out of the spotlight but refuses to fade away? We're about to find out. In the next chapter, we'll dive into Obama's ongoing influence across media, education, and global leadership. From streaming platforms to international summits, his reach keeps growing. So, if you thought you knew everything about Barack Obama, trust me, we've only scratched the surface. To be continued.